getting into this game one. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
Now, I think Genie's a player who's been coming out to tri-state tournaments a little, quite a bit recently. I've seen their name in the bracket. And this is so Fox Snake. This is definitely a matchup I feel like you might see a fair bit of in tri-state. I mean, Snake anything really.
There are a lot of Snake players in tri-state, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can't think of very many Fox players though. I know there are a few, but there's not like
I mean, there's a few everywhere.
metric ton.
Fox has been such a ubiquitous character across so many games that, like, you know, Foxes are everywhere. Oh no, caught with a C4. Now I have a feeling that this is another one of those matchups where Snake's opponent hates grenade. Hates up till 2, but really, really hates grenade.
I would definitely say, yeah. You know, reflector is a thing. It's one of the fastest reflectors in the game, but it's not the easiest to like pull, especially on Wi-Fi. Not the easiest to like react and just pull it out in time to do anything with.
I'm thinking more in terms of like Fox up air strings. Wow, just runs up and does it. Okay, Chuck. I'm gonna have to say Chuck because I'm gonna have to be super careful with pronouncing this tag.
Just go for it, Chuck.
If I accidentally spoonerize it, I'm gonna get kicked off this commentary team right now.
RJ just teleports behind us and removes. Just in general, removes.
Oh my wama, yeah. You all know the quote. Anyway, but yeah, the damage kind of piling up. Yep, the damage piling up here. And Chuck being very careful, trying to choose their spot when to go in here.
That's not just a symptom of the Fox Snake matchup. That's anything Snake matchup, right? You've got to be very, very conscious of when the grenades are in play. And a very nice run-up smash right there from Chuck Fug. And he's being extremely decisive, only going in when the opening presents itself. But that back air going to make sure not many more openings are going to come out. Getting the nice early kill, only at about 110%.
And now, like, 3 interactions, and now, wow, already
81.
Like, dumping on the damage here.
And that's how Snake really is. If you are not careful, you've got to be very, very, very aware of like how much damage you're taking because you're like, oh, I'm at 0, I'm fine, and then you get up tilted and your stock is just gone. Just like that, like that was 2 stocks in about 60 seconds.
Yeah, from playing from behind against Snake is so stressful. I mean, it's bad enough when you're ahead, but like you can't let up for a second. And that's with the constant hitboxes being everywhere, and there's just so much to watch out for that the mental stamina of taking of playing any games against Snake is one of the biggest advantages that the character has coming in.
It's I see you in chat, Clam.
Hey, I'm just supporting my family members. Is what it's a TFT is a family. Continue.
It's like you mentioned. There are very few characters that are capable of wrenching the lead away from Snake. Once Snake has the lead, he's not going to let it go. He just holds on and grips it and grips it and grips it, and there is really no taking that away from him because there's just always a firework going off, and there's the Pikachu that I mentioned earlier.
So maybe it was a bit of a scouting mission from the Fox.
Star Fox returning to base.
Yeah,
but in any case,
here comes Pikachu Libre.
Pika Libre is definitely a good choice against Snake. We saw, I think last week we saw Mouse Rat take down a few Snakes in their bracket run, so it's definitely not like the worst matchup that we've ever seen.
Yep, and the Thunder Jolt from Chuck is going to be really good at just like it allows. It's arguably more useful than the Fox Laser here because it allows Chuck to like pressure and harass from afar, and and Fox Laser does the same thing, but it allows Chuck to stay mobile while they're doing that pressuring and harassing from afar.
Yeah, the aerial Thunder Jolt's already been getting a lot of use here. But the one thing that Chuck has to be very, very, very careful of is, again, watching that percent, because being a light character such as Pika and being on Town and City, a couple more hits are going to kill. This is an even game right now.
Yes. But the one thing Chuck was getting a lot of with Fox was Nair up smash and run up smash. And that is a play that's going to work very, very similar with Pikachu. Because Pikachu has that same kind of up smash where it's not quite as fast, but the dash attack does the job just as well.
Yeah, dash attack, not the most used option, but definitely one that you need to be careful of when at really high percents, especially on a stage like Town, can definitely come in and just steal stocks when you least expect it.
Ooh,
looking for the spike right
fine.
there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was a lot of offstage nothing from Chuck, but that's okay. It always feels a little weird to see just like the offstage pressure with no buttons, but that kind of that game of chicken can really it tells you a lot about what the players are looking for. Oh, but their hitbox extension going through the Thunder Jolt and getting the extra active frames to hit with the up air. Great play from Genie.
So going back to that offstage pressure situation, it's definitely like sometimes you don't even need to be throwing out hitboxes off stage. Sometimes just being there in front of your opponent's face is enough to make them scared. And we're seeing ChuckFug doing a fantastic job of that in these situations.
And Chuck's also doing a really good job at staying above Genie, avoiding like the short hop down air. A short hop, short hop nair could conceivably be a thing, but
short hop, literally anything is pretty good.
Yeah, and avoiding the dash attack too, which is huge.
Yeah, dash attack probably could take it at ledge here. Almost getting out of that back air unscathed, but actually getting caught by that up air. Looking for some sort of option to finish off the stock right here are both of them, because again, they're both at kill percent right now.
Wow, that wasn't actually as close as I thought coming off the jump, but that up for a second, that up air looked dangerously close to killing.
Genie looking for that roll behind too, trying to catch him just kind of panicking and pressing buttons, but ChuckFug keeping composure in shield and avoiding the option right there.
Attack.
And I think we're probably going to see I don't want to jinx it, but we're probably, if ChuckFug manages to take this game, we'll probably see a third dash attack kill.
Possibly, but I mean, the percents here, the stocks, it's 2-to-1 stocks, but it could, just like that.
There
it takes one. This is still Snake we're talking about. And
Nair,
that's something that like you always have to be
character.
cognizant of.
ChuckFug using the grenades in his favor right there, making sure that Genie doesn't get too comfortable in his shield, but still making this a very close game, and that spike could do it if he gets a second one.
What are you doing? Okay.
I think he was trying to. I think he wanted to C4 himself, so that he could guarantee his own recovery. But I believe that C4 was already planted on stage.
Yes.
So he just detonated it instead of blowing himself up.
I mean, that was very the attempt at a double dip from ChuckFug there was they're braver than I am, is all I will say. But that is gonna force a game 3 here. I am not expecting a character switch from Genie. Just going off of their Smash data profile, that it's overwhelmingly Snake. And also, aside from that one high leverage play there from Chuck at the end of game 2, that situation, honestly, I would maybe say favored Genie in a last stock situation. Like, taking one stock is like, taking one stock when both players start at roughly even percent probably favors Snake. Chuck really, like, it could have favored Chuck if Chuck had gotten a lot more extra credit there. But it was an even game, and I think Genie needs to just recognize that and continue playing basically the same game. Just be a little safer and more aware off stage.
But definitely a huge departure in terms of stage choice, going from one of the longest stages in the game into Baby Field. much different choice right here. And this was Genie's counter picks. I think probably trying to give Chuckfug a lot less space to run away, a lot less space to chill with some Thunder Jolts, a lot less space to chill away from the grenade explosions. Trying to make sure that he's hit by a lot more of these fireworks. And yeah, Genie with that up tilt securing his lead in a fantastic start, especially compared to game 2.
Yep, a great read off the ledge. And the this space, this is definitely a correct choice here, because the space is not something. The space is something that Pikachu needs a lot more than Snake. Pikachu requires a lot more space to set up those Thunder Jolt plays, and also just to run around and maybe find a dash attack.
Yeah, it's oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's Snake likes space, but he doesn't need space. Snake can definitely get in close and box with you if he wants to. Pika, though, definitely needs, like, at least at some points. Pika's a very good boxing character.
Oh, there's that play again.
But sometimes Pika needs to just step back and disengage for a minute. But going off stage right there is Chuckfug getting a fantastic, probably relatively early kill. But the air dodge off stage, the Wi-Fi special right there, going to cost him the stock very early.
That's rough, but I mean, at least they didn't throw away a healthy stock. Is all I can really say there. But this is still, imagine how much work Pikachu has to do to take 2 stocks off the Snake, 2 like fresh stocks off the Snake. That's like 2 stocks worth of grenade damage that you're likely going to be eating. That's 2 stocks worth of having to guess right on every recovery attempt against the Snake. Ledge trapping this is good luck territory.
Going really high with that recovery to avoid any sort of retribution on the ground, and Chuckfug's starting to look a little lost, kind of just throwing out hitboxes at this point, hoping one of them connects and one of them gives him something to get started with. Meanwhile, Genie's just chilling, content to set off more fireworks, content to throw out more grenades, content to let Chuckfug throw out as many hitboxes as he wants because he knows most of them aren't hitting.
And he's got content to recover high. Pikachu is one of the characters that really is best equipped to challenge that high recovery with the Thunder, but Genie has done an expert job in getting around. There's not been a single, I don't think they've gotten hit by a high Thunder once when recovering high with the Cypher. They seem to have all the right answers here.
I don't even know if they, what's it called? I don't even know if they've been hit by any Thunder whatsoever.
True. I mean, it's not the X Factor, but it can be an X Factor for Pikachu. But this is inching closer and closer to doable. That was about as good of a last stock as you could hope for from Chuck. But a couple more interactions in Chuck's favor, and we could be getting closer to even percents. But that situation still definitely favors Genie, as you see there, able to get that kill under 100 with the down throw up tilt.
Yeah, those roll read up tilts coming out of Snake players are always, it's not a 50-50. It's a 33-66, I guess.
True.
Because they could neutral get up, they could roll behind, they could roll away. But in any of those situations, if you guess right, you're probably going to take the stock at like 180, depending on the character.
Yeah. I mean, it's still Pikachu.
Yeah, it's a fantastic tool from Snake if they get the correct read. And I do believe that up next on stream, we're going to have WebbJP versus Panther.
When JP shows up.
When JP does indeed show up, we will see him on the stream. And I think that unlike his Lucas playing brethren WebbJP,